This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Yeah, welcome to my weekend with Matt Damon. Me and Matt, great pals. Yeah. Okay, Belle, stop mentioning that I had a weekend with Matt Damon. Yeah, you'll hear about that in this podcast. I think it was a fun show today. It was a loose show.
It's
It felt,
wild.
felt like no one was listening.
Which, if you listen from outside of Victoria, please take note that, we have a public holiday tomorrow.
True.
So that's why it's a little bit loose today.
Which is silly. They should move the public holiday to the Monday.
Isn't it funny as
get
well
rid
when
of
it's like when they're like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe we could get one for the Matildas, like if they make history and like everyone's frothing and going bananas, and it's like, then it's like we're just like, yeah, we'll just take one off for the race.
Yes. It's been around for a very long time.
I suppose so. Well, same with
Too long, some could say.
I think
Queen's birthday.
most people wouldn't care about taking the day off, like losing it for the Melbourne Cup. Most people would just, as long as it goes somewhere else.
Yes, correct.
Even if you just put it on the Monday, that'd be nice. Just a long
Be great.
weekend. Long weekends are just way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, what would you put it for if we took it off
No,
this?
just do the Melbourne Cup on the Monday instead of the Tuesday.
Well, if we took it off that, then we could move it to...
Maybe Belle's birthday. I mean, Belle likes to take Monday off for her birthday every year. So, yeah, maybe we could do that next year. I don't know. Maybe Australia, maybe we'll catch on. Enjoy.
Maybe we could do Halloween.
Happy Monday.
Is it Monday? Yeah.
It's
Is
such
it
a weird
Friday?
feeling.
Weird day. It feels like a Friday, but it also feels like... Kind of already feels like that Christmas season.
Yeah.
I think it's the weather. And
You're
then
thinking about winding down, aren't you? I can feel a wind down, when I
Yeah.
see one.
Yes.
It's always around November as a show we start talking about winding down.
If you're already winding down for the year,
Yeah.
respect.
It's just things get moved. Things start, in a busy week, you go, oh, I'll sort that next week. You start touching November, you're like, maybe that's a next year thing. Like, that's just, that seems like after Christmas, New Year, maybe even the tennis. I don't know.
Well, even though today does feel like it's still the weekend, Liam, you look like you had a magnificent weekend.
Yeah.
You're a little bit red in the face from the sun.
Yeah, big weekend, Derby Day, giddy up. That was good fun. I didn't see a race, actually.
Really?
Just there for the vibes.
Serious?
Just there for the vibes, yeah. Yeah.
Were you
Well, I don't
okay?
gamble and stuff, so, yeah.
Yeah, right. How many mates did you have with you?
We were rolling with a group of 12.
Jeez, if
So-
you were there on Saturday, you wouldn't have been able to miss Liam.
Yeah, a lot of the fellas from Adelaide came over, and it was quite the session.
I saw one of your mates, I believe it was Rowan, very bold move going the bowler tie.
No, that's funny. So two
Bowler tie, like the
the
string.
cowboy,
so-
the cowboy
What?
bowler tie.
my mate Rowan and then my other mate Harry, they both wore bowler ties because they thought they'd mix it up. And then when we were going into like the bit we were in, they're like, no, they're not ties. And then we were like, well, yes, they are, because bowler ties is in the Thai family. It's
You
even
just
got Thai in the
disputed
name.
over a bowler tie?
Yeah,
And did they
then-
concede?
No. So they had to go to the higher Thai place, which they do for $20, which is pretty good.
You can get a high. You can get a higher
Yeah, and then you
tie.
bring it back at the end of the day. Yeah. So then they had like these like cowboy sort of shirts on, like with literally like flowers, like cowboys would wear, with like VRC ties on.
As if they wouldn't let bowler ties in.
No, yeah. So that's just a word to the wise. I think there is dress
about
codes
bow
for
ties?
certain. I suppose that's technically a tie, but I would argue the bowler tie is also a tie. But
Yes, because if
It's
a bow,
literally,
if a
it's
bow
literally
tie is
called
a
a,
tie,
it's called a bowler tie.
Bowler-
yeah,
Yeah.
well, you know what it's like sometimes at the racing and at the at the cricket and that sort of stuff. They have their rules. Where it's like, it's going to be a button-up shirt, or it's going to be
yeah,
this,
but
it's
if a
gonna be
bow
that.
tie is a tie, then a bowler tie.
Yeah,
is.
I'm
I'd
with
want
you.
to see a
Guys.
sign that specifically says no bowler ties.
I think at very best it's grey area. It's grey area is what it is. And then they started wearing the bowler ties on top of their ties. And like, "Whoa." You're the first people to do that, I think. Blockbuster television last night. For the very first time ever, I decided, and you'll be happy about this, Ben, to watch the Block finale.
You watched the block.
I watched the Block.
Yes.
Remember how we had Eliza and Liberty in last
Mm-hmm.
week? It was kind of awkward because we had them on the show for an interview.
and then you cancelled it the morning
I
of.
said, I don't really want to talk to people from the Block. I don't really
Yep.
watch that show. And then you bumped into Eliza and Liberty, and they said, you cancelled our interview, and then you threw me under the bus.
Yes.
And then, as a make good, you surprised them. You
Yep.
brought them in. The
We
studio.
also managed to get Scotty Cam on the show last week as well.
And I thought, they were both good last week. So I was like, I'm kind of interested now. And I did like Eliza and Liberty. They were really nice.
And
So
if you're gonna watch any episode, you really want to watch the auctions because they're the exciting bit. That's when they finally get to sell the houses.
It's exciting, but wouldn't you say that you're kind of watching it, but you have no context of the houses
Oh
or the
no,
journey
it's like,
or...
but then even just like I and maybe I'm getting a bit older, but I kind of like just going to auctions now in the
Yeah.
area. Like I like
it's fun.
it's kind of exciting when you're like even when you got no skin in the game, like you're never gonna actually bid or anything. You're wow, this is awesome.
What I would say though is now I know you won't like this, but I'm obsessed with the block. I love watching it, but we are a day behind. I didn't watch the auctions last night because I went to bed early. So I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch the auctions tonight. So please don't spoil the auction results.
The one time, like the one show that we do watch on Freddie television, like after the finale, like we're on the radio, like supposed to sort of be talking about it. You can't talk about it yet.
So I'll watch it tonight, and then we're not on tomorrow. So I'll give you a full wrap up.
You would have been in bed by
Wednesday.
9:30. It's not.
It's too late. 9:30. That's crazy. I mean,
What did you do? What did you do all weekend?
My head was on the pillow at 7:30.
That's
Mate.
wild.
I stayed up for it. I didn't even sleep on Saturday.
That's wild.
Hang on, well, we're not doing a wrap of it on Wednesday. That's way too late.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody
we can't give you
can
2
talk
to
about-
3 business days after the show.
We can talk about it, but we just can't say the auction results.
Well, I can't. They were really exciting.
I know. I can't wait to watch it tonight.
Honestly, Belle, like it was pretty nuts. Like I was like, I see why people love it.
Right,
Yeah.
but is it just an episode? It's just auctions.
Yeah, but
auction
you
was
get
good.
so what they do is like there's the reserve.
Yep.
And
So say the reserve's $3 million.
Yep.
And the house sells for 3.2. The couple that renovated that house get $200,000.
yeah,
Who
but
gets the rest of it?
Channel 9 to make their money back.
Joyce.
what, 200 grand for 3 months' work?
Oh yeah, no, that is pretty good.
It's great work.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And some,
and some are going right up there.
Yeah.
So you're just like,
Yeah,
wow.
okay.
And then if you win, you get another like lot of money.
Yeah,
as well.
last season, I think it was the winning couple got $1 million.
What?
The house sold for $1 million over the reserve.
Gosh.
Jump numbers. No, I won't say anything. I won't say anything.
Hey?
I won't say anything.
Don't
I
spoil
won't
it,
say anything. I
mate.
won't say. Look, hey, why don't we do this? 13, 24, 10. If you watched the block last night,
Mm-hmm.
I watched it for the first time, and I feel bad for ragging it all the time now because I'm like, oh, okay, that was actually exciting. 13, 24, 10. Call up. I would like to talk about the block results with someone because Belle's obviously not interested.
Well, I didn't watch it.
What there is 2 things that don't spoil it. Can I talk about just 2 things that are like
As long as it
auction
isn't, as long as it
aside?
isn't results.
And then you can leave the room.
Okay.
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 For starters, so like Husey, I think he's bought one in the past.
Yeah, it was Husey there.
So Husey was there.
Again?
yeah.
But in my head, I was
Bloody
like,
hell.
he didn't even bid. I'm like, what are you doing there, dude?
Ah.
So it felt like,
Is it
so I know,
it's a paid thing.
well, it just feels like he's just getting on another show. But
Yeah.
he was like, he turned to the camera a few times and went, this is a steal. And I was just like, what is Hughes, like, what has Dave Hughes do? It just feels like another show that he's getting
Can you-
himself on, you know what I mean?
Hey.
Like, he's already on like 10 shows.
Yeah.
Next year, can you?
Yeah,
go?
no, yeah, it could Ben and I might turn to the camera and go, geez, how's the finish on this? Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's
But
try
like
it.
literally all he contributed was, geez, this is a steal.
Yeah.
If it's such a steal, then why didn't you bid? Anyway. So there's that, and then there's also, I'm assuming this happens a lot on the block, but I found it so funny. They obviously have to integrate their clients and things, just like
all the time.
so, just like
Here's the A2 milk truck, and then they'll rock up and have smoothies.
which is awesome. But this one, I was like, this is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Like before the auction, they crossed to like the satellite truck where the guy was in the control room.
Having an A2 milk smoothie.
Pretty much. He's got his A2 mix smoothie. So he's in there in the control room. He's like, before we go live, it's like, you're already live because we're watching it on TV. So before we go live, I've got to check in with the broadband provider. And then he called them, and then there was like a camera on them as they answered. They're like, hello. And he's like, we're just about to go live with the block auction. She's like, we need to do a speed check. And she's like, doing that right now for you. And then this thing came up on the screen. It was like,
That
of the
is
speed of the
insane.
internet. And she said, you're good to go. And he's like, thanks, we're live. Then he like put these like buttons on.
It's like what we do at 5:59.
I was like, that is
Oh.
hilarious. Just Liam and Belle here at the moment. We told Ben to take a hike because I watched The Block for the very first time last night. And I must admit, it's actually really exciting. I'm not into like renovating and all that sort of stuff. I'm really bad with my hands. But I do like auctions, and I like how it works in the sense that anything over reserve, you're pulling in. So people are winning big bucks. Like, I don't feel like people win $1 million plus on TV anymore. There's not
Yeah.
that sort of money in prizing.
Absolutely. It's
But
normally
I mean-
just exposure or
So Steph and Gian, they won House 4. Spoilers, sorry if you haven't seen it yet. 1.75 million. They
as
got
in,
one.
as in on top of the
No, so they sold their house for like 5 million. It was like a
Wow.
3.35 reserve, and then they got the 100K winners prize. So that means they take away in their pockets tax-free 1.75.
That's incredible.
That's
so
big bucks.
the reason, so you've watched this, Liam, for the first time. Ben's a big blockhead, but he stepped out because he hasn't watched last night's episode. So Connor in Noble Park has given us a buzz on 13 24 10. You can indulge Liam and talk. I didn't watch it, so I can't really.
Connor, tell us.
Hello.
Mate, it was pretty wild, hey?
It was, it was something definitely to witness.
Have you seen many sort of block finales before? Was this more wild than usual?
I was more of a background spectator, but my missus really enjoyed to put it on, and then it sucked me in.
Yeah, it really gets you. Because Eliza and Liberty as well, who we had on, they sold their place for like 4.3, so then they're getting like $1 million as well. That's like 500 plus grand each.
It's insane,
and
especially for someone that felt they struggled so much.
Yeah,
they've come out.
Yeah, I
very
thought
well.
their whole thing, from what I've seen online and stuff and chatting to them, like their whole thing was that they didn't know what they were doing, isn't it?
Well, they've nailed it.
Wow.
They basically came second. How's that? They never really like went back to it, but how's it when they was doing the second auction? That person just like passed out. Did you see that?
Yeah, hit the ground real
what was
quick.
That? Do you reckon that was a plant or something, or was that legit?
Listen, I don't know. The minute they heard that number, all those zeros, definitely got a bit lightheaded.
Yeah. And then so they passed out and they're like, oh my God. And then like Liberty's like, my dad's a doctor. They're like, quick, get him. And then they cut to an ad break and they just came back and I suppose they just wheeled him off. They never said
They never said
Come
anything.
running.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
So then, I guess like big question, like who won and
So
and
no,
who...
Steph and John won.
Right.
But then the crazy thing was that Christy and Brett, House 3, so they won. They just sort of crept over, so they only won 65 grand, which like
each or like
no, like all together. But like that is like, I suppose that's still great. But then when you consider like someone next to you's getting 1.75 and you've got 60
They made
grand.
a comment that it was about half their wages that they'd lost being there. So
Wow. So they must be doing all right. They must be doing good jobs. But they were just teeing off because they obviously said that their guy cooked it, like the guy doing the auction. And then both of them and Scotty were like just ripping into this poor guy.
just
He
drop
just had
it.
to
Drop it.
He was copping all those flames on live TV. Loved it.
Is he from a real estate agency?
Yeah, he was
that-
like from Belle Property or something.
That's not great for them then.
No, yeah,
They would
and
be hating
they
that.
literally was like, he's like, bro, you like F the whole plan, like you F this for us, like you lost us so much money.
They would be.
And the guy was just like nodding. He was just nodding and smiling, like probably like
I
dying
understand.
inside.
Oh no!
It was
The
honestly.
agency's going to be mortified.
Oh man, Connor.
Embarrassing.
I know you. So
Embarrassing.
your background, I'm sort of like new. I think I'm a new block fan. I could forget by next season, but I reckon I could be on board.
I work in construction, so I kind of have a little interest, but
Do you
Yeah,
watch it,
my
Connor, and
missus-
look at it and judge them and say that is absolutely not how you do
100%. 100%. I'm sitting there saying I would never do it like that.
it? You should go on it, Connor.
What if you could book your hotel now and choose to pay when you get there?
With thousands of flexible booking options in select stays, you're only a what if away from your next holiday.
Book on the What If app. What if it's Aussie for travel?
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Jordan in Patterson Lakes. How you doing, mate?
Good morning, everyone. How are we? I'm good.
Yeah, you still working today?
On my way to work now.
Oh, good on you, Jordan. What do you do?
I'm a prison supervisor.
Oh, okay, well, the prisons don't stop, so you'll need to be supervising tomorrow on a public holiday as well, or?
Yes, I will be
But
24/7.
do you get like double time or time and a half for doing a public holiday?
Double time and a half
Nah,
tomorrow.
double time and a half.
You be skipping in there.
Hey,
yeah.
Jordan, do you have like fun activities on public holidays in prison?
No, not really.
Oh,
Business as usual.
I
Yeah.
thought maybe it'd be like, oh, you know,
We let him out for a day.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to do something fun today. We're all going to dress up. We can have some fascinators, and we're going to, for the Melbourne Cup, we're all going to get out.
The B wing's going to mingle with the C wing.
Yeah.
And we'll see
We'll
what
Make our
happens.
own
Yeah.
birdcage, except it's actually a cage. Go in it.
Yeah,
Maybe
exciting.
we can do early lock up and go home early.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well, interesting job, Jordan. We'll have to keep your number on
Yeah.
speed dial, I reckon, because I'm sure we'll have more questions at some point. Hey, let's kick into the 610 quiz now, though. The Melbourne Cup is obviously tomorrow. Do you know what the next public holiday is after tomorrow?
Oh, I have to go with Boxing Day. Christmas?
Yeah. You almost overthought it.
It was a stumble. And then,
Nah, you got there. There are plans to rejuvenate the Jam Factory in South Yarra. What street is the Jam Factory on?
Jam Factory. Oh, it's down Chapel Street.
It is. Taylor Swift's superfans in Argentina are set to decide the country's next president. I don't know if that's going to happen, but apparently they're all uniting. What continent is Argentina in?
Argentina is in... Oh, geography is like my worst one. South America?
Yeah. 2 more to go here, Jordan. You're doing really well, mate.
You've got all of them so far, but they've been like kind of
All
stumble
questions,
answers.
Yeah, for sure. An actual Barbenheimer movie where a doll makes a nuclear bomb is going to be made. The movie no one asked for. Barbenheimer is the mashup name of movies Barbie and what other film?
Oppenheimer?
Last one here. You've nailed it, Jordan. Macklemore led a Free Palestine rally in the US. Can you finish these lyrics?
I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up.
This is effing awesome.
Good job, Jordan.
Sometimes we like to test you. And you passed our little test. Very well done, mate. That's a really good job there.
Yeah, you nailed that.
You've also got yourself that smart speaker, an Amazon Echo smart speaker. Congrats.
Thanks, guys. But
No
more
worries.
importantly, what's the next song I'm going to pick?
Well, let's tell you.
Someone knows the game.
Before we get to the songs, though, listen in multiple rooms. Just say,
I
Alexa,
did that already.
play Nova. Well, now we get a bonus one to give away. So you get to choose between Harvey Danger.
Flagpole Setter.
Great song.
Classic. Or would you like to hear from D12 this morning?
Two great choices. I think we're all winners no matter what you pick. But, Jordan, the choice is yours. We're passing you the iPod. What do you want to hear?
I think I'm going to go for D12. It's
Yes,
very old school.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, we're getting D12.
Do you remember when these guys, D12, came to Melbourne like earlier this year, but just without Eminem?
That's right.
And people still went?
I was going to say no because I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I reckon it's maybe like 4 of them now.
I remember, and I could be wrong, but I reckon it was like 2003, 2004 when D12, like my band, was massive. I remember watching MTV and I thought it was so naughty.
Totally.
Yeah.
It is a bit- well, I'd
there's
be
a part
keen-
of this song that is a
Please
bit
let me,
naughty.
please let me.
Yeah.
A bit. I wonder if they bleep
And
it.
as a kid, I never really understood
This will
what
be
it was.
interesting.
And,
This will
Yeah.
be interesting to hear Novaboy's edit
Oh,
on
no.
this one.
Yeah,
Is it definitely the Nova
Because
edit?
what Novaboy does is he gets some songs sometimes that are a little bit naughty and does a little edit on it.
He might go and make it real obvious, or maybe he'll replace it with another word.
So let's
or-
all listen. We all know the bit we're talking about. Let's listen out for that bit to see how Novaboy
Yeah,
handles it.
I want to see how he tackles it.
It is D12, my band.
These chicks don't even know the name of my band, but they're all on me like they wanna hold hands. 'Cause once I blow, they know that I'll be the man. All because I'm the lead singer of my band.
The weird group that Eminem was kind of in, but then like not. Like I suppose
Yeah.
he
But that
was.
was the whole bit. That's what that whole song is as well. Is like him being like, "I'm Eminem, you guys are nothing."
Well, I think they knew.
They were leaning into it.
Exactly.
I
It's
was
a
saying
bit.
he's
It's
nothing,
a-
but he
He
was like
wasn't
the
saying-
popular
yeah,
one.
He wasn't saying you're nothing. He was saying that,
Yeah.
I'm the one everyone knows.
It's like me with you guys.
Very good.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Exactly
you.
like that.
Funny because it's the other way around.
What?
Novaboy does do that though, where he'll get his little grubby robot hands on a song.
No, but
And
yeah,
he'll modify it.
Novaboy is a family man. He's got a couple of
Family
robots.
boy.
He's got a couple of little spuds at home.
Yep.
And they've got sensitive ears. They're a Christian family.
Hang on, how old is Novaboy?
I
thought Novaboy was like
Novaboy's
10.
about 20. No,
What?
the radio station's about
Hey,
20
you
years
said he's
old.
got kids.
Yeah.
Young family.
Very young.
Is
yeah. Well,
Novaboy-
robots are a bit different.
Is Novaboy married to a motherboard?
Yep.
And the kids are circuits?
couple of little USBs. couple of USBs.
So you got Novaboy who's 20.
Yeah.
Married to a
I don't need
motherboard.
Novaboy.
Yeah.
And
Novaboy
then-
to me is like 12.
They've had 2 little USBs. No, Liam's right. Station's
Yeah.
20, so Novaboy's 20.
Yeah. So Novaboy
Hang on,
literally
so
just
when-
turned 21 this year, so he's old enough to drink in America.
Wait, So if Nova's around for another like 40 years,
Yeah.
Nova
50,
Nova
and then we'll have
Gramps.
Novaboy's 70 years old.
It'd be like a Windows PC, like a Windows 98.
But because Novaboy has some USBs at home with sensitive ears, he likes to censor the music. You're right. So that that we could all enjoy D12 there without the grotesque language that Eminem feels that he has to use within his music.
So we'll give you some more examples of Novaboy edits.
Yeah.
What about a bit of WAP?
From the top, make it drop. That's some wet. That's some wet. Now get a bucket and a mop. That's some wet. That's some wet.
That one's annoying because it's like,
it's sort of,
It's the point of the song.
Yeah.
It's literally
sort
the
of
title.
teasing you.
And there's a verse in that as well that we played that was like.
If you've heard the song, we can only use about, I don't know, 60% of that, if.
You've also got Beautiful Girls.
You're way too beautiful, girl. That's why it'll never work. You got me in denial when you say.
Yeah, I think rightfully so on that one.
You've also got Kanye and Lil Pump, Freaky Girl.
Oh, yeah.
You're such a freaky girl. I love
Right.
it. You're such a freaky girl. I love it.
That one's
such a freaky girl.
That song wasn't as big though, so I feel like you have to know the lyrics for that one to be really funny.
That one's like, that's real like nerd version of like, you're such a freaky girl.
Yeah, so Freaky Girl. So the actual lyrics are, you're such an effing, so you're such an effing. But then they changed it to you're such a freaky girl.
You're such a freaky girl. I love it.
You're such a silly Billy. I'm into it.
Do we all remember that video of the woman months ago now where she was on the plane and she was freaking out?
But I am telling you right now that back there is not real.
So she says, I'm telling you right now that mother effer is not real. And you can't see what she's pointing at, but she's pointing at the back of the plane. And a lot of people were calling her crazy. Some people were saying, oh, what did she see? Like, I want to know what she saw. Well, for months, she hasn't spoken out. She's been in the limelight. She's been in videos and stuff, but she's never said what she actually saw.
Tell us. Was
Well,
it an alien? Was it Bigfoot?
She was on a podcast. She was on a Barstool podcast, and she has finally revealed what she saw.
Did not see anything.
What?
I mean, I think y'all knew that.
Okay. We honestly had no idea.
Yeah. You said you did.
No, I did not. The media.
You said this mother not real.
I said that mother
is not real.
These. Or
okay.
Apologies.
So I don't know what the hell she's talking about saying, oh, I said
You
that,
know
not
what's
these.
happened?
But
the men in black have got to her. They've got the pen on her. Boo! She had to forget.
Nah,
it was too
she's
high
milking
profile.
It. She's trying to have her 15 minutes. The way, if you see the video online, like she's got a full face done of makeup. She's like, this is my moment. I'm speaking out. And she's like, oh, it was the worst like moment of my life ever. It has 450 million views. And now she's on a podcast about it. And she's like, yeah, but like it was so bad. Anyway, I'm going to do a tell all about it.
What's sad is, I agree with you, Belle. What's sad is it'll be like in 30 years, she'll be like a mum with like almost grown-up kids and she'll still in her head be that woman.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Absolutely. And I feel sorry for her, but
people dressing
she's
up.
had her moment. Just
a little bit of me though, like 5% in the back of my brain still thinks maybe the Men in Black did get to her, and I'm like, what did she say?
I reckon I'm right. You know it.
Don't give in to it.
Yeah. Like, there's so many things she could
They
have
must have got to Belle because she's pretty
yeah,
hard against it.
Yeah. Look right here for me.
Wow.
Liam, you managed to get into the Birdcage over the weekend.
Yeah.
I saw a few story posts.
Yeah, look, it's a bit like Fight Club. First for all of Birdcages, you don't talk about Birdcage. No. Yeah,
How'd you get in there?
Honestly, Uncle Novaboy sorted me out.
Uncle Novaboy.
He's an uncle.
He's my uncle. Novaboy and our good friends at VRC, of course.
I've never been into the Birdcage. It
was funny.
I've never been to Melbourne Cup.
That's
but
like Paris Hilton.
I've heard people talk about the Birdcage.
I know, and there was a list of people that got denied from the Birdcage that was released last week. So
you got in.
Yeah, well, not just me and like 12 blokes from Adelaide.
I mean, forget about who wasn't allowed in the birdcage.
Yeah.
It's more about who was in the birdcage.
Yeah, what was it like in there? What happened?
all right.
Tweet, who was in there?
Enough. I suppose I could tell you a few people who were in the bloody birdcage.
Forget Daily Mail. You're getting it from the horse's mouth.
So I was in there. Not very exciting.
Yeah.
Isaac Quaynor, Josh Dacos to Goey.
Mm-hmm.
Having a bit of a chat with the Pies guys.
Collingwood, very good.
He literally just got back from his holiday. Josh Dacos, his partner, who's lovely. They just sort of got back and were just like rolling straight into racing season.
And he recognised you?
Yeah, no, it was funny because it was that thing. He was like walking past, and I was like, Josh. And he was like, hey man, like turn like really quick, and like kept walking.
He's used to it,
just to sort of like palm off,
Yeah.
and then I think he realised, and so he turned back and I was like, hey man, and he was very nice. Had a big chat. I thought a lot of the footy guys were very switched on, to be honest. Toby Green was really nice to my friends because all my mates are just from Adelaide. They were sort of over, and we got like everyone in, so they were like a kid in a candy shop. Like obviously with our work, like we see, people play footy and that sort of stuff. They sort of come in. They were loving it, getting photos of everyone. Sam Doherty, Cripper, Mark Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was like old guy, like the stars of the game as well, like Nathan Buckley, Tom Bell Chambers. Michael Gardner, Buddy Franklin, James Hird was there.
Franklin was there?
Hang on, is the birdcage just all footy players?
Did any of your friends approach Buddy Franklin?
No.
Surely not.
No, well, he was they're in like other areas. Like he was like behind. We saw him behind some glass.
Oh, okay. So you saw
the
him.
birdcage within the birdcage.
Anyone who was up for grabs was getting their ear chewed off.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just footy people. And there was like the people from MasterChef.
Andy Allen.
Yeah, Andy Allen was there.
Was Melissa Leong there?
No, I spoke to Nadia Bartel though. She was nice.
Did you?
Spoke to I don't think the guys know that Dickie Wilkins works like Smooth FM because they're like, no way, Dickie! And they're all getting photos with Richard Wilkins. They're getting photos with everyone.
Your mates are pissed.
Who else is there? Count Nikolai of Denmark.
Oh, yeah.
Nephew of Mary.
Yep. Less impressive.
Michael Clark, Carl Stefanovic, just fighting in the corner. Matt Damon was there.
Did you? Okay, so I saw a photo. I saw a photo of Matt Damon being there. Did you actually see him? Did you clock him with your own eyes?
I did see
you
him.
Saw him?
He was in this.
How far away?
So
were
like,
you?
it's funny. So like, we lucked out, and like through work, Uncle Novaboy sorted me some tickets, and then when I got there, they were like, "Hey, we can actually give you these tickets." And I was like, "Oh my god, that's awesome!" So got into the birdcage, but then there's cages within the cage. Okay.
Yep.
So there's like the Schweppes have a special tent where they have a party in the birdcage.
Lexus probably.
Lexus.
Yep.
Lexus have one. Penfolds have one.
So what
and
one?
then you need to get on the list to get in there.
So what cage was Matt Damon in?
Lexus. So
But he could go in any cage.
Yeah, and same again. Everyone was like shouting out to him, like, Matt Damon.
That's just you and your mates, Liam.
Did he look over in your direction?
Yeah. No, he was once again behind the glass.
Yeah, okay.
You don't kick 1,000 goals or be Jason Bourne and not be behind some glass at Derby Day, that's for sure. Mostly sunny, top of 28.
Yeah.
And
this is so
29
you.
tomorrow?
This is so you, Liam.
You're
you
kidding
roll
me.
out of bed and you don't look at the weather. You've worn thick cargo pants.
It's literally
so stressful. How do you live?
6:41. I mean, that sheet's been in front of me for like an hour. I just only saw
You've
that
been
now.
awake for like 3 hours.
We did
Don't
a
you
break.
check the
We did a
weather?
break last week talking about how good the weather's going to be this week.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Are you serious? So this is the cool thing though. So tomorrow and Wednesday, it's like 30 degrees with full storms.
Oh, how's your luck? That's awesome.
He wants to do so many things before Ben Harvey turns 30. 30 things before he's 30. 30 things before he's 30. 30 things before he's 30.
Ben is trying to do 30 new things before he hits the big 3-0 this Thursday. It's really snuck up on us. We've done so many things. I mean, you've used a Ouija board to contact some spirits, read the news with Ash. You had an ice bath last week. You've drank breast milk.
I believe we're into the 20s. We got 4 days left, including today, and we're into the 20s.
I loved, if people missed it, Ben got a singing lesson last week, and you can hear him singing live for the first time on Friday's podcast. You can check that out in the Ben Lamb Bell podcast. We got a text from Mick who asked if you would be willing to do a burnout. Have you ever done one of those before? So
I always think of a donut when you say burnout.
Nah, just could be a little skid, I suppose.
Yeah, a donut is when you're doing rings. Like
Yeah.
you're
When you're properly letting it spin.
Yeah, okay.
To be
Well,
fair, this music is probably putting the donuts into your head more. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to hear the Tokyo Drift music and not just think of a little car park burnout.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But Ben, you've got an automatic.
Yep.
Which is hard. Like I've definitely smoked it up before. Back in my my
98
my
laser.
98 laser. Yeah, I actually popped a tire with Ben one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and my car was very much not cool. I was also very much not cool. But yeah, we were mucking around. But yeah, Ben's not done one, so we thought, hey, this would be a fun new experience for him. And look, I've got to be honest, Belle was kind of the one who knew how to do it in an automatic.
Yeah, so we tried once, and I just did like foot on the brake, and then foot on the. I had it in drive, and then foot on the brake, foot on the accelerator, and then
Yeah.
drop the brake,
Didn't
and then
really work.
Didn't really work.
If anything, it pulled your car to the side. And we're gonna
Yeah.
kill Belle.
And then
Yeah, I was filming outside.
Belle was
Yeah.
filming outside the car.
Yeah.
I was experiencing the full power of the burnout in the car with Ben.
and then Belle, you came over and leaned through the window of the Kia Rio, and you explained what you got to do is you got to put it in neutral, get the revs up, and then drop it from neutral into drive, and this was the result.
Sounded pretty cool.
Dude, I felt like Dom Toretto
Yeah.
and
Paul Walker.
Yeah. I've not seen all of them.
Well, you left some marks.
Yes.
Left some skin
Yes.
Well,
Belle was Michelle. I believe her name's Michelle. I reckon that's
Just gonna Google Fast
and the Furious. I reckon it's
There'd
Michelle.
be so many bogans really angry listening to this at the moment.
Uh,
A, that was a bad
Mia?
burnout. B, it's not
Mia?
Michelle.
And then Mia's Paul Walker's sister.
Just Fast and Furious cast, and it just came
I think
up
it's
with...
Rodriguez. I think it's Rodriguez.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Letty Ortiz.
Yes.
Oh,
Dylan joins us now. Dylan, you have a suggestion for 30 before 30. What should I do next?
I reckon if you make your way to Paran, there's a massive skate half pipe up there. You need to drop in on that.
Oh, drop in on a half. That's scary. I mean, I know you did the 10-meter diving board, but I think at least I know it's not as high, but it's like you can definitely break arms or something.
Yeah, but
Being
now
a
this
kid-
30 before 30 is now turning
The
into
Piranha
like a
half-pipe's
90s
big
kid.
as well.
Being a kid, I definitely went to the skate park a bunch of times with friends, but I was never brave enough to drop into the half
Do
pipe.
you do a bike or a scooter?
I had both.
Skateboard.
No skateboard, no scooter and a bike.
What would you do it on now?
Well, I'd probably do scooter.
Right.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well,
If I had to.
So if we got you a scooter, you'd head out there today?
Well, I guess I'm
I thought it was on a skateboard.
I'm all grown up, so maybe I'm brave enough. I would die on a skateboard.
I think they're both pretty scary. It's like it's sort of
yeah,
still
but at
dropping
least
in.
with a scooter, I've got handlebars.
I have a longboard at home. Do you?
I'm not doing it on a skateboard. I'll break my neck if I do it on a skateboard.
Okay.
All right.
We should also we should give you a cream pie at one point.
What?
Like a cream, like clowns how they get pied.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Like an actual cream pie.
yeah. So it's like a pie made of cream
yeah.
based
Right.
pie,
It's like a very
Put it in
comical.
your face.
and then
cream
just
pie.
slap in the face.
Yeah.
Have you ever been cream pie before?
Never been cream pied.
Well, there you go. So
I
that
have.
Oh, when did you get cream pied?
Joking.
You haven't been cream pied.
No.
I
No,
thought you had a face full of cream.
No. Yeah.
When?
no, I can.
Was that a
I
kids' party or something?
do
or-
you both later on.
Oh, stop. Oh, Jesus.
Gee whiz. I mean, Christmas is basically tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the year gone? And we realised that here at Nova 100. That's why we've got our very own advent calendar that
Yep.
we've been opening. It's sort of like the best part, like the lead up. But it's not just like cheap chocolate that goes a bit white and gets stuck on the roof of your mouth. No, here it's all actual good stuff, like holidays and TVs and lightsabers.
My wife Sam and I, because it's our first Christmas with our son Freddie, we're talking about Christmas trees, and I said, "What about if we bought because sometimes you see them at nurseries, you can buy little ones, like little tiny ones."
Like tiny.
Yeah,
ones.
like a sapling essentially.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
what about if we buy a Christmas tree, right? I I'm the first person who has this idea. We buy a Christmas tree when it's little, when Freddie's little, and we keep it in a pot, and each year I'll just put it in a bigger pot, and we can bring it inside, but then it doesn't die, and I put it back outside, I can keep bringing it in and out.
And then, so what? It's like the same age as him? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
I actually like
Yeah, so
that
the tree's as old as he is. And as he grows
How
up,
long
the tree
do they
grows
live
up.
for?
I guess a long time. It's a tree.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And each year, I'll put it in a bigger pot, and the tree will grow up with him.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
Do you get him a present this year? Like, because he's just
I
he just
think
rolls around.
Yeah, I think we'll probably get him like something.
Will you make him open it?
Symbolic. Yeah, that thing where we're going, open it, mate, open it, and we'll be opening it for him.
Will there be an expectation for the Godfather to?
I would expect so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I obviously.
But I
was
expect
already-
you to post it.
That's. I would say that you more so than the actual parents should be giving him something.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the whole Jesus Christmas
Something
thing. You come
probably, I
bearing
think-
gifts.
What is it for the first Christmas? Something gold, I believe. Something gold.
And next year's myrrh.
Yes, frankincense to
Frankincense
follow.
and- yeah.
And a
no,
donkey.
actually, no, you've skipped ahead. It's gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Yeah, right.
He won't be getting his myrrh till the third year. Now, you tried to pull a Swifty there, trying to get his myrrh early. I know you. Top of 28 degrees today. It was beautiful weather over the weekend, in the 20s again yesterday. That's a Melbourne summer, baby. When you're getting close to like 21 degrees, that's a Melbourne summer. I love how when we hit the low 20s here, people are acting like they're holidaying in Benidorm or something like that. You know what I mean? Like Melbourne has a lot. It has all the best things happening, all the events, but it does. I will say it lacks in the beach department.
Yep.
If you don't have like a couple of hours to drive to the good ones, it does lack in the beach department.
It's funny you say that, Liam, because on Saturday, it wasn't even hot on Saturday. It was like 18 degrees, and I was in the backyard. And I won't bore you with all the details, but essentially my property's on a slope. So my neighbours on my left side are higher than my house, and my neighbours on my right side are lower.
Oh, okay.
And so I was in the backyard, and I was on the ladder, and I was pruning one of my trees back.
Of course you were.
And because the neighbour on the right is lower, I can see like straight into their backyard. And I was like pruning this tree back, and the old fella next door, I don't know his name, but the guy who lives there, he was in the backyard. It was 18 degrees. He was in the backyard with one of those sun tanning mirrors.
Oh, one of those mirrors.
And he was on a lawn chair, and he was soaking up the 18-degree rays.
And do you know what? For some reason, because we're so deprived here, like, look at me. I'm beat red.
Yeah.
I was out at Derby Day on Saturday, and I got scorched, and it was nice, but it was just like sort of overcast, windy day.
Yeah.
I sort of thought,
But
like,
they're the worst days.
I got scorched.
You think you're not going to get burnt, and you do.
Yeah, but I love how here people lean into urban tanning because, you know, as we said, it's a bit of a drive to the beach. I was walking through Barclay Gardens in Richmond yesterday, and it was like Bondi Beach. I'm not kidding you. There was people laying everywhere, tanning, bikinis, board shorts, the whole works. Like with their
Bikini in the park.
Bikini in the park, urban tanning.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Totally. No, it is.
People do it.
I love urban tanning.
You're an urban tanner?
I've got a fold up like beautiful deck chair that folds up really small and fits in my car. I can BYO that.
Where do
wear
you
your
go?
bikini underneath. Well, I have like a reserve out the back of my house. So I'd go in the reserve. And yeah, you'd have people, no one thought anything of it. But my friend and I, we used to go to Edinburgh Gardens. That's a big one. And just sit there, and you bring a picnic and strip off to the bikini and sit in the park, and it's fine.
Very, very Melbourne, isn't it? Urban tanning.
If you're an urban tanner this morning and you've got a bit of a location that you love, that you frequent, I'm sure it'll be packed like later on today. People clocking off from work. Definitely tomorrow, public holiday. 13 24 10, calling all urban tanners. Where's the best location?
Yeah, 13 24 10. We'd love if you could share your locations with us.
I got a wedding coming up. Maybe I'll go out urban tanning tomorrow for the first time.
It's fun. It's really nice. You bring.
Who am I kidding? I'm not taking my shirt off. In public.
Oh, okay.
Katie in Kilsyth. You're an urban tanner.
Yes, I am.
Right, and you are willing to reveal your location this morning? You don't want to keep it a big secret?
I would love to.
Oh, well, hit us.
Just 1 second, sorry.
No, you're
that's
good. What's
okay,
happening? Are
Katie.
you putting your phone off speaker or?
Yes, I'm just turning it off speaker because I was
you're right.
driving.
You're
That's
right.
all
Take
good.
your
We
time.
can hear you
No, no,
clearly.
that's-
What is the spot, Katie?
We're on your time. You're not on ours.
Yeah.
It's fine.
The best spot is RJ Hammer, Hamer, Arboretum.
Okay. All right.
It's in Olinda.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people know about it. It's amazing. I am heading there because today I'm working from home, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're working from home, but you're going urban tanning.
Yes.
Nah, that's good.
Melinda, so we're talking Dandenong Ranges, and that's gorgeous because it's high up. You can see everything. You can look over the whole city. That's beautiful.
And you
spot,
know what,
Katie?
We're going to give you 6 bottles of wine, all thanks to Zonzo Estate.
Woohoo! Getting smashed tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, all right. You get smashed.
Responsibly, please.
Get smashed
Maybe
responsibly.
ration them out.
Get
Woohoo!
smashed.
Getting smashed.
Oh, are you
Enjoy
okay, Katie?
a perfect drop from the heart of the Yarra Valley. Katie, thank you very much. Sue joins us now in Carlton. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning.
Urban tanning. Tell us, where's your spot?
Well, I don't do it often enough, but I tan in the tan.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, okay, yep, that's it. Yeah, I mean that's very on show. Do you find a lot of people are doing it there?
Yeah, I think there's more and more people that do it, especially around the lakes. You know, it's a pretty spot, nice picnic rug in the grass.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, Sue? Do you strip down to like a bikini, or are you keeping it modest?
Semi-modest, so you know, board shorts, shorts, and bikini top.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people do it, and the tan. You know, why not the tan?
Yeah, why not? Hey, Sue, do you want to get smashed tomorrow?
No, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give you 6 bottles of wine from Zonzo Estate. Congrats.
That should do it.
Thank you very much.
Please,
No
no.
worries.
Hey, responsibly.
Enjoy a perfect drop from the heart of the Yarra Valley. Hope you have a good time tomorrow, Sue.
Should be a big one.
Olivia Rodrigo on Nova 100, one of the biggest artists in the world, shortly behind one Liam Stapleton.
Yes, it is true. I'm actually a real artist on Spotify now.
Yep, we are talking about Cornfield Blues.
Blues by the Cornfield.
I see how you've opted for Liam's version there.
Yes, that is Liam's version that
How
you
can
had to.
you tell the difference?
Well, I'm an artist, Belle.
Yeah, so to get you up to speed quickly, country music, it's the biggest genre in the world right now. Whether you like it or you don't, the number one songs are mostly country. And Liam, you said you could write a country song in less than 5 minutes.
Yes.
You did that. That's when you wrote Cornfield Blues. Now, it's been a heck of a journey to get to this point, but it's finally on Spotify. I think it got up there on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday got put up there. Have you seen the streaming numbers?
Look, I obviously haven't been spending a lot of time with the Russian ballet models. Bottle of Cristal in hand. Whole weekend was a bit of a blur, to be honest.
That'd be a cool country twang, like film clip, if it was you doing country in a cornfield.
Yeah.
And then there was like contemporary ballet dancers.
Yeah, okay. No, it's a thought. Yeah, no, definitely a thought.
Like dancing around the corner.
Shout out to Lockie Braid, who sent me a video of his 2 babies.
Yes.
With a little bottle of whiskey and a little
That's not
a little nub of corn.
Did you
and
see...
he was blasting Cornfield Blues on Spotify.
Did you see the other video as well that we got sent?
No.
It was Corey, who was at his kids' cricket game on the weekend, and he had one of those big speakers.
Yeah, it's
and
playing
he was
Cornfield Blues.
blasting Cornfield Blues at the kids.
Wow. And I bet they were all loving it. I
and
bet
they
they were all
probably
loving it.
won
Yeah.
the game.
Well,
that
that's
day.
it. I've been living so fast and so hard, and
Yep.
everything's such a blur at the moment. And I don't even know what country I'm going to be in tomorrow. Probably Australia, but I don't know.
Yeah, so
I
you
don't know
don't,
yet.
so you don't really have time to stop and check
I
straight
don't
numbers.
have time
Yeah.
to check
Yeah.
and sit down and look back at all I've achieved. I'll probably be doing that in, I don't know, 50, 60 years.
Yep.
I don't
Do you
know.
want the numbers?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they mean nothing to me, but give them to me.
So since Friday, 6,000 have streamed it.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
It's insane.
it's really
That's
good.
actually pretty good.
I was going to say like 20 people.
I would have said,
Wow.
if I had to put a bet on it, I would have said 200.
Wow, I'm
But
probably getting
6,000 listens.
6,000 listens.
Surely.
Unique streams.
Okay, you need to come clean now, Liam. Did you have it on repeat all weekend?
I don't like the
on
smell of
loop?
my own brew. I mean, it's always playing in my head, but I'm always thinking of new little twangs on it and little new, little bits and
Just
bobs.
now, boy.
Yeah, get a feature.
I'm thinking about getting Jess Malboy on it, and she's been ringing me nonstop.
No,
but-
she hasn't.
Well,
You, should get you know what you should do? Maybe get the kid Leroy.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
the
a
kid
cool
would be
one.
pretty cool.
The kid would be good.
I used to live in Redfern for a bit, so we could probably.
That's
go
where
down
he's
and-
from, if you
that's
don't
where
know.
he's from.
In Sydney.
In Sydney.
Well, he's just released a new album, so.
Joel Turner.
Now we're talking.
That'd be good.
A bit of.
You could get a.
Blues I
What
got.
about just staying on the Joel train? What about
Yep.
Joel Corey remix?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Fun.
Joel, I believe he's in town for the races. Joel
Well, there you
Corey,
go.
since he's here.
I feel like what you would do is though you'd say Joel Corey and then you get Scudder, DJ Scudder, to do the mix.
Our audio
Well,
producer.
he is my preferred DJ for sure.
Yeah.
Because he's right here.
Well, that's it.
Do you want to know how much money you get from 6,000 streams?
Yeah, I mean, just chuck it on the pile. Am I right? But
$14.28.
wow, it's pretty
Is
good.
that really it?
Well, it's $14 more than you've made on your music, Belle. So
okay.
the jealousy in this room is wild, and I think I get that because it is hard coming to grips with like working with a fully bona fide artist. For
If
sure.
you want to hear Cornfield Blues, all you got to do is jump onto Spotify when you finish listening to the show. Jump on Spotify and just search Liam Stapleton or Cornfield Blues, and I believe it'll come up.
Thanks, guys. All your support helps. It's all money in my pocket, so I appreciate it. People are really kicking their feet up today, I think. That's the general vibe of things. Obviously, day off tomorrow, public holiday for the Melbourne Cup. And I feel like Australia as a collective are probably deciding today, maybe we start winding down.
Yep.
I know there's still literally like 2 months of work left, but let's maybe get that all done next year.
Even though people keep working up until Christmas, and some people work through Christmas, I think there's the unwritten rule that once the Melbourne Cup's here, we all start winding down.
You might just pop in another working from home day a week or two.
Mhm.
Just work from the beach a few days.
There's that big job that needs doing, but that's more of a next year
Next
job.
year thing. You want to schedule that meeting with me? Not next Monday. Let's do that next year.
Literally,
Just put it in February.
people recently have like messaged me for stuff like, "Oh, do you want to like do this thing or whatever?" And I'm like, "Hit me up next year, man!" Like literally, that is what I'm saying to people. I'm winding down.
Why don't we do 13, 24, 10? Are you winding down? If you are winding down, we are going to pay for your lunch today.
This morning was the first morning this year that I hit snooze on my alarm.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
me. That's me
classic.
winding
That's
down.
a quintessential sign of winding down.
All right, 13, 24, 10. That's our number. Give us a buzz right now if you are winding down. Lunch is on us if you give us a buzz.
Joe in Cranbourne joins us now. Are you winding down?
I'm winding down.
Tell us, when did it start? Is it just a today thing? You just got up and decided, public holiday tomorrow. I mean, look, maybe it's just everything's just a next year job now.
Oh, definitely. I'm working at high school, so last few weeks, and then I'm on 6 weeks holiday, so I'm just ready to wind down.
So, and all the kids are feeling the same way. Obviously, like primary school, maybe you can sort of just give out some day-long projects and that sort of stuff. But what's high school like? I mean, are you rolling out the TV? Is that what you're doing?
It gets hectic towards the end of the year with exams and stuff, but right towards the end, it's sort of the teachers are winding down, the students are winding down, and
Do you do that thing, Joe? My school used to do the thing where, looking back now, you go, oh, yeah, it's just the teachers halving their workload. But we would, they'd combine the classes for like half a day and go, you're combining with this class today. And then you'd all just do one activity together. And you're like, wow, this is so cool. But really, one teacher would just sit in the back of the room like, all right, sweet. And then they'd just take turns. We also did a lot of paper mache around November.
In high school?
No, I was thinking of primary school.
Okay.
I think you're getting confused.
Joe, we are going to pay for your lunch today. Thank you very much. You can enjoy that whilst you're winding down. Mitchell in Altona Meadows, good morning. Are you winding down?
Yes, I am winding down. Hi, Liam, Belle, and...
Forgot my name.
Oh, Mitchell.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Iconic moment.
Oh, well,
You really went in there.
Nah, it's because you did it in the wrong order.
Hang on. So did you panic or do you not know it?
I did panic. I literally have been having it in order on a roll since I've rung up. But,
And then you panicked and you
sorry
went
about
for Liam.
No.
Mitchell.
I'm going to give you another shot at it. Mitchell in Altona Meadows, good morning. Are you winding down?
Yes, I am. Ben, Liam, and Belle.
Yeah. Also good to know, though, Mitch, that I'm front of mind. I'm at least I'm one person's favourite.
I like that in your head, like you were running through it, and then you said Liam first, and you thought, "Shit, I said it wrong."
Yes,
I
I
said it
did.
wrong, and then you were trying to make it up on the fly.
It's not even a prerequisite. It's like it's nice. But Mitch, So, I mean, you're forgetting names. That's how chill you are now. What do you do for a crust?
I actually quit my job about a month ago, so I'm starting fresh in the new year. I've moved and I'm just winding down. So I'm actually in the middle of training to become a flight attendant. So
Cool. So you started winding down in October.
I did, yes.
Wow.
You wound down so
awesome.
much you don't have a
When
job.
when you train to become a flight attendant, do you get to go down the slide? Do they let people do that?
I actually did that last week.
How was it?
It was really good, really fun. Obviously, it can be dangerous at points.
Yeah.
But, that's why you only have one shot at it. So, I did pretty well, and, it's good, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Did you get to deploy, or did someone else get to deploy it?
So at the training, so it's already done, but you have to have certain actions to do when you're sliding down. So, so you got to comply with that safety regulation and things. So, it's good. I'm excited for the new year, and I'm just winding down and doing walks along the beach and cafes and things. So,
Very good.
We do 13, 24, 10. Are you sliding down? No. We are actually winding down now ourselves if we start doing talkback like that.
Mitchell, mate, we loved your call. Thank you very much. Even if you did forget my name, we're going to pay for your lunch today, okay?
Thank you so much. Thanks.
No worries. See ya. Let's check your roads, Melbourne.
On the first day of Christmas, Nova gave to me
Ben, Liam and Belle's Advent Calendar.
Who knows what's going to be in it this morning? Is it going to be a holiday? Is it going to be a TV, a lightsaber? They've all been in there.
So we will announce right now what's in the Advent calendar. You just need to listen for the rest of the day to Jamie and Mel, and then when you hear them tell you to call in, give us a buzz and you could win it.
Yeah, I can see some calls coming through now. Don't call yet because you can't win, but it's only 25 minutes away. Can I open it today?
Yeah, go on.
All right, here we go. No way!
Are you seeing what I'm seeing, Ben?
Yep.
VIP tickets to the Melbourne Cup Carnival for you and 3 friends.
Belle, give them here. Jeez, Belle.
Wow. That is a tight grip.
These are for everybody listening, not you, okay?
It feels like 90s radio where they act out things with sound effects done by their mouths.
Give them back!
Belle! Like the one with the Umbilical Brothers.
Stop it!
It's bloody strong. You've been going to BFT.
All Liam's doing right now is
Belle, you ripped him.
Now we're going to have to ask our friends at the Magical Melbourne Cup Carnival for more. It's on now until November 11. Seeing is believing. Tickets from $60 at Ticketmaster.
Yep, we have got 2 double VIP passes to give away to the Melbourne Cup tomorrow. So if you want to win them, good thing you're listening to Nova, because in 25 minutes' time, Jamie's giving away a double, and then Mel's giving away another double during her show. So make sure you keep it on Nova if you want to win tickets to the Melbourne Cup.
Well, what a weekend it was. The big race. Not talking about Derby Day, I'm talking about the cheese run. The cheese-themed 150-metre dash. We're speaking to the guy who organised this last week, because we saw these posters up around the city, these yellow posters.
Yep.
And it says, entry, cost 1 amount of cheese. The winner gets everyone's cheese. Meet at the corner of Lonsdale and Swanston Street. Now, we didn't know if this was a real thing or not.
Yep. And then we got Isaac on. He was the organiser, and he assured us that it was real. We still had our doubts. We were busy on the Saturday, but we said 13, 24, 10. If you're free and you can go to the cheese run, give us a buzz. We would love for you to go.
Tammy from Cheltenham called us. She did just that. Tammy, how'd you go at the big run?
It was so fun. I came last. Yay!
You came last! No!
And I got a medal. I've got a medal for last.
Oh, that's sweet.
I mean, first of all, I'm glad to hear that it was real, because we did have doubts that anyone was going to be there. How busy was it, Tammy?
It was quite busy. I mean, not a huge amount of people, but maybe about 50, but it was hilarious.
That's a pretty good
turnout. People were
turnout.
running.
Yep.
Where was
when
the
people
run?
were running, they were yelling.
Yeah.
Was it exactly was it outside the State Library? What was the actual track?
the track, they just put a line on the road where people would normally park.
Oh, what? Oh,
We
on
ran
Lonsdale?
actually on the road.
Yeah.
On the road. It was
So
quite
was it
hilarious.
was it like an organised event? Was it like blocked off, or was it just sort of a
chaotic?
It wasn't blocked off.
Tammy, big question also being, what cheese did you bring?
I bought cow's cheese.
Oh, nice.
Now there was promise of nibbles all around because obviously
Yes.
the winner got all
They-
the cheese.
Yep.
But did you still get a little nibble of some people's cheese?
They did do nibbles all around at the end, and they sat there outside the library afterwards, even cooking some cheese, and they had a little cheese party, and it was quite hilarious.
Did you stay for the cheese party, or did you just race and then leave?
I did stay for the cheese party for a short time.
Did you bring someone with you, Tammy, or did you go solo?
I actually went solo, but a friend of mine, Holly, came and met me there. Good on you, Holly.
Nice.
So
Couple of
I
cheese
didn't know
runners.
she was going. I put it up on my Facebook group.
Yep.
I tried to get a proxy to run for me, but that didn't work out. So I waddled up
look,
the street myself.
Tammy, we are very appreciative that you did run. We gave you some Sam Smith tickets. Did you go see Sam Smith? How was that?
I did. Oh my gosh, he was fantastic. Thank you so much. It was wonderful. I loved it so
but,
much.
you know, I appreciate that, Tammy, because most people, in fact, I'm pretty sure our backup caller would have taken the tickets, enjoyed the show, and never had any intention of running in the cheese race over the weekend.
You know what, Tammy? To reward your hard work, let's give you another prize to really say thank you. Would you rather go to the World Supercross Championships, or would you rather go to Mushroom 50 at Rod Laver Arena?
Oh my goodness.
Choice is yours.
I'm actually not sure what they are.
Mushroom 50 is like all these mushroom artists is awesome, like Amy Shark and tons of
So
old
basically
gold as well.
live music, or if you want to see the World Supercross Championship. So it's like the best of the best racing motorbikes.
I think the music.
Okay, yeah, go see some live music.
All
All right, Mushroom 50
more live
live, Rod Laver Arena, November 26th. Final tickets on sale now. Tammy, they're all yours.
That is so awesome. Now, I'm a single mum with two kids.
You want some more? Yeah, yeah. I just got to do
you
the
know, it's always hard for me to
Yeah.
get my other one looked after if I have to go with just one.
Oh, of
so.
course, Tammy. I just have to do the credit again. Mushroom 50 live, Rod Laver Arena, November 26th. Final tickets on sale now. You've got yourself 4 tickets, Tammy.
I know it's cheeky, but thank you so much.
Oh my God, Tammy! When you said I know it's cheeky, you're like I also am blessed with a niece and nephew who love music.
Do you want 2 more, Tammy? It's four enough.
My niece, nephew, and
Nah, Tammy, you've already bled us dry, mate. I think that'll do you.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.